All right, let's talk about buying tech online. You know the feeling, right? You're looking for new headphones, maybe a speaker, and suddenly you're just lost. It's like a maze. Well, today we're going to break it all down. We're going to help you cut right through that noise and become a way smarter tech buyer. So let's get into it.
So, does this look familiar? I bet it does. You land on a product page and bam, you're hit with everything all at once. You've got prices, tech specs, flashy deals, million reviews, even ads for other products. It is just a lot. And honestly, it's designed that way, to be overwhelming. But don't you worry, we've got the roadmap to get you through it.
Okay, first things first. Let's just call it what it is. Digital overload. It's that feeling when you've got way too much information being thrown at you from every direction. Let's look at a real-life example of this in action.
Just take a look at this page. It's not just about the product in the middle, is it? You've got the official price, then a big, flashy, discounted price. You've got limited time offers, cashback deals, and hey, look right below, there are ads for competitors like Sony and Marshall. See? Every single thing on this page is fighting for your attention. It's trying to influence your decision before you even have a chance to figure out what the product is all about.
So what's the game plan? How do we fight back against this overload? Simple. We start by decoding all that technical jargon. Let me show you what I mean. Let's kick things off with a real classic, Active Noise Cancellation. You know, ANC. It's an amazing feature, right? It basically creates this little bubble of silence just for you and your music, but the way brands talk about it, well, let's just say they can get pretty creative. And this is a perfect example. Look here, Bose calls their tech world-class noise cancellation. Sounds amazing, but what does that even mean? It's totally subjective. Then you have JBL, they get a little more specific. They call it adaptive, which hints that it changes based on your surroundings. But here's the most important part. They are both talking about the exact same core technology, ANC. The big takeaway? Don't let fancy marketing words trick you into thinking these are wildly different features.
You know, the best way to slice through all this marketing fluff is to just put things side by side. So here we have two totally different products, right? Over-ear headphones from Bose and these little in-ear buds from JBL. But check out how simple it is to compare the stuff that matters. Look, they both use Bluetooth 5.3. That's a match. The battery life looks like a huge difference at first, but you gotta notice the JBL number includes the charging case. And then we get to the key features. Bose immersive audio versus JBL's spatial sound. That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? It absolutely should, because immersion is probably the biggest buzzword in audio right now. You see Bose and JBL using terms like spatial audio or spatial sound. Then Zebronics comes in with the famous Dolby Atmos brand, and Marshall calls theirs true stereophonic 360-degree sound. Now look, the underlying tech might be a little different between them, but they are all trying to do the exact same thing. Make the sound feel like it's happening all around you, not just in your ears.
Okay, so now we're basically fluent in tech speak. So let's move on to a language everyone understands, money. We're diving into how you find the real value, and it's not always about that big number you see first.
So let's circle back to those Bose headphones. The first price you see is the MRP, the manufacturer's recommended price. And it's a big one, 35,900 rupees. Wow, but that number is there for a reason. It's called a price anchor. It sets your expectations high so that any price lower than that feels like an incredible deal.
And then, of course, you see the actual selling price, which is way lower. Instantly, your brain goes, wow, that's almost a 10,000 rupee discount. What a deal! But here's the secret. That's not the end of the story. This is probably not the final price you could be paying. The real value, the hidden gems, are in all these little offers. We're talking cashback. We're talking saving a couple thousand with a no-cost EMI. Special deals for your bank card. You name it. So here's the pro tip. The selling price is just your starting point. You've got to school down and see how many of these deals you can stack on top of each other to get to the true final price.
All right, we've cracked the code on tech specs and we've figured out the pricing game. Now it's time to tackle the most human, and let's be honest, often the most confusing part of the entire page, the customer reviews. So let's take a quick look at the ratings for these Bose headphones. You see a pretty common story here. A massive chunk, 65%, absolutely love them. 5 stars all the way. But then, look at the other side of the chart. 14% gave them just 1 star. That's a huge gap. When you see a product that people either completely love or totally hate, that's a big sign that you need to dig a little deeper. And before you even read a single word, just look at the pictures. On the left, you've got that perfect, slick, professional marketing photo. But on the right, that's a photo from a real customer. This is pure gold.
It shows you what the thing actually looks like in a normal room with normal lighting, no fancy editing. My advice? Always hunt for the customer photos.
Okay, let's start with the good stuff, the 5-star reviews. You've got Vinay here, who's raving about exceptional sound quality and comfort. These glowing reviews are great because they tell you what the product does best. This is the ideal, best-case scenario experience.
Now let's swing all the way to the other end of the spectrum. Check out this 1-star review. It's super specific. Vivek says the sound is actually good, but he's got huge problems with software bugs, the noise canceling randomly disappearing, and he calls the mobile app absolute garbage. This is where you find the potential deal breakers. You have to ask yourself, is a buggy app something I can live with?
But you know where the real treasure is? It's usually hiding in the middle, in those 3 or 4-star reviews. Take this one from Dan. It's perfectly balanced. He agrees the noise canceling is top-notch, so that's a plus. But then he's honest about the negatives. The price is high and the battery life isn't amazing. These are the reviews that give you the most realistic picture of what it's actually like to live with this product every single day.
Whew! We have covered a ton of ground. So let's pull all of this together into one simple, super powerful checklist you can use every single time you shop for tech. Think of it as your new secret weapon.
Here it is, your 5-step checklist. Number 1, figure out what you actually need. What's the one feature that matters most to you? Number 2, cut through the jargon. Look past the fancy marketing words to the real technology. Number 3, track the real price. Don't stop at the discount. Hunt for all those extra offers. Number 4, read the full spectrum of reviews, the 5 stars, the 1 stars, and especially those balanced ones in the middle. And finally, number 5, trust real photos. Always look at what actual customers are posting, not just the glossy ads.
If you follow these steps, you can take all that digital chaos and turn it into a clear, confident decision. No more guessing, no more feeling overwhelmed. So the next time you land on one of these product pages, you'll know exactly what to do. The only question is, what will you look for first?